We brought up academics earlier. Can you tell us, like, how did that situation come about when you first learned the news, and how and why did it end? Because we never really got like a clear answer.
What, everyday struggle?
Yeah.
Shit wasn't making no money. It's just business.
Yeah.
It's business. I mean, I made a lot of money. Don't get me wrong. I made some good money from Complex. You know what I mean? And shouts out to Complex, because even after that they've given me opportunities. But you know, even when Joe was there, like Joe's issue that I seen from his standpoint was they was making a lot of money and not cutting them in.
Right.
Joe was thinking more on a sense of like, yo, listen, Complex is Complex, but we the driving force of what this shit is right now. And it was. I was watching. I never in a million years was watching that shit like, I'm gonna do this one day,
man.
ever. But the reason why it ended was because we couldn't get no ads. Like we couldn't sell it. We had episodes that did good numbers. We had the Soldier Boy shit. We had shit with Kevin Gates. We had all types of stuff that did well. But ultimately, I remember we sat in a marketing meeting, and this was like the first meeting we ever sat in, right? And don't get me wrong, I'm not against white people. Like I'm not against white people. You know what I mean? But I think that like if you're gonna have white people involved in anything that involves culture, then they need to understand what it is that they doing. So you know what I mean? Because listen, we can get money with y'all. Y'all don't mind getting money off of us.
Sure don't.
You know what I'm saying? So it's like, but we understand when y'all getting money off of us, what we have to provide. So when you want to make money off of us, y'all gotta understand what y'all gotta provide. And I think that they just didn't know how to sell a show. You know what I mean? For me and Act, like my approach to Act was, I ain't gonna lie, he's one of the smartest people I've ever met in my life. And I'm talking about not just business, but just being knowledgeable. Like he knows a lot about a lot of things. And we used to have like similar points on shit, but I'm also not like, I didn't know that being on camera was like entertainment. I swear I did not know that I was entertaining. Like I didn't know like being on a show that I gotta be entertaining, I'm just talking, I'm basing my conversation on like how the conversation going with him. So if he not being disrespectful, I'm not never going to be disrespectful and jump up and yell, you don't know about this and you don't. Like,
Joe Budden shit. That's Joe Budden.
But I will get like that if we having a heated debate about something. But a lot of times when he was making points, we was having a dialogue that was just like a conversation. I wasn't trying to belittle him. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, I guess they looked at that as it's not the same thing that we was getting with Joe. Which is fine. I don't give a fuck. I did pretty good on my first time ever doing media.
Nah, that's like so it was looked at as a replacement.
I was. I mean, I replaced first. They replaced him with Star, and then after Star, I came and replaced Star. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
And I mean, I get it. Like Joe is funny too, cause Joe, like, I mean, even when it first came about, Joe did this thing called a pull up, and he asked me to come to his crib. We did the pull up, and before we did the pull up,